Okay, good morning everyone. My name is Mohammad Rayhan, and today I will explain to you about what is culture. I will mention the few of the characteristic of culture, the element of culture, and I will show you where is cross-cultural understanding is important to our department, which is English department. Okay, so let's move to the next slide. Okay, so what is culture? In here, culture is a system of belief, values, and behavior. It shapes our how people think and act. So, culture is what defines who we are as a group. It shapes our communication, our tradition, and even our sense of right and wrong. Well, it's not something we are born with, but we learn it from our family, school, and society. Now let's move to next slide. So what is the characteristic of culture? There are three. Culture is shared, culture is dynamic, and culture is learned. Culture is shared. In here, people in the same culture have common values and behavior. Culture is learned, which is we as a people pick it up through their interaction, and culture is dynamic because culture is changed over time. For example, we can see through globalization and technology. Now let's move, which is I will explain to you the element of the culture. There are some elements which is we are values, language, religion, story, and social organization. To understand a culture, we look at these elements. Values are what people believe, which is right and wrong. Language express idea and connects people. Religion and history give meaning to life and identity. Well, the social organization show family and community roles. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Okay, so I will explain to you why cross-cultural understanding is important to our department, which is English department. So for us, for English department student, learning about culture actually is not just optional, guys. It's essential. I took one of smart people, which is Samover and his co-author. They explain that communication and culture are deeply connected. Well, language always carries cultural meaning. When we learn English, actually, we also learn how people in English-speaking countries think, behave, and express ideas. Understanding culture helps us avoiding misunderstanding, use language more appropriately, and communicate naturally. It also prepares us to interact confidently with people from different countries. Now I will explain to you the difference between Western and Eastern culture. In here, I will take the US and the Indonesia culture. We different between individualism and collectivism, guys. Okay, let's take example in Indonesia. In Indonesia, people often think in terms of we as a group, as a family, as a something like in a group, something like that. In here, harmony are central, guys. Meanwhile, in the Western countries or like US or the American, people are taught to be focused on personal growth, which they thought as I, not we. Okay, so in the example where an American might say, I want to do what the best for me, but in Indonesia might say, I'll do what's best for everyone. Well, both are valid, but they just grow from different cultural roots. Okay guys, now I will give you a real example, a real case of this. So guys, in Indonesia, people usually live in a big family and they care deeply about each other. So when their parents get old, they often stay with their children. Taking care of parents is actually seen as a way to show love and respect. Many people in Indonesia think it's not right or it shouldn't be to send parents to a nursing home. But meanwhile, in the United States or US, people are more independent. When parents get old, they often prefer to live alone or moving to a nursing home. For them, it's not a bad thing. It means they can still have their own life and not trouble their children. So Indonesian focus more on family togetherness, which means in collectivism, while American focus more on independence and personal choice, which means they tend to individualism. Okay, let's continue to the next material. So I will explain to you about the theory from our study about cultural dimension theory. In here, Indonesia score high in collectivism. This means that people here tend to see themselves as a part of a larger group, like their family, community, or workplace. In daily life, decisions are often made with the groups. For example, maintaining harmony and avoiding conflict are considered very important because they help keep good relationship within the group. On the other hand, countries like the US, the UK, America, or United States score high in individualism. In this culture, people are encouraged to be independent and express their personal goals. In this culture, people are encouraged to be independent and express their personal opinion openly. Success is often seen as the result of individual effort rather than group cooperation. This difference These differences strongly affect how people communicate. In Indonesia, communication tends to be more indirect and polite. People choose their words carefully to avoid hurting other feelings or creating tension. Meanwhile, in individualism culture like the UK or US, the people are more usually direct and open, since expressing personal thought honestly is viewed as a sense of confidence and respect. So, by understanding this cultural value, we can better appreciate why people from different countries speak and act the way they do, and how we communicate more effectively across culture. So the conclusion is, this assignment helped me understand that culture is not only about language, food, or tradition. It is something deeper than that of how people think, act, and connect with the others. When I compare Indonesia with Western countries like the US, the UK, I realize that our different, such as collectivism and individualism, are not problems to fix, but way of seeing the world. And hostility theory also made me see that no culture is better than another. Each one value different things. Harmony and togetherness in the East, independent and self-expression in the West. From this I learned that good cross-cultural communication is not about speaking perfect English, it is about empathy, being open, respectful, and willing to adjust when needed. As an English student, I believe this understanding will help me become someone who can connect people from different cultures. I hope you can understand from my presentation. Bye bye.